Hi everyone and welcome back to another episode of Chow with Lau, and today's recipe is crispy chicken in honey garlic sauce. Let's go. So for the chicken, I've got two nice big chicken breasts here. I'm not actually going to slice them any smaller, I'm going to keep them whole. I'm going to deep fry them in the coating and then I'm going to slice it at the end before I pour the sauce on. That means you're going to get nice juicy pieces of chicken, not shriveled up little dry pieces. And you're just going to sink your teeth into it. You go through the crispiness and then the juiciness of the chicken. And that to me is the whole point of doing this dish. It's making my mouth water even thinking about it. Secondly, it is ever so slightly healthier to cook it like this, because if you're cooking lots of little strips of chicken, then you're getting more coating and more oil all around. You're creating, this is scientific, this is a science lesson, you're creating more surface area for the oil to absorb. So therefore you're actually going to be consuming more oil, more fat. So I'm not saying that this is a healthy dish, but this is a ever so slightly healthier way of cooking it. Every little helps, doesn't it? So the crispy coating I'm creating for this dish is very, very similar to the sweet and sour pork recipe that I did a little while ago. If you want to see that recipe, click on the card in the top right hand corner and I'll leave the link below in the video description as well. So I'm going to add to this 100 grams of plain flour a nice sprinkle of salt and a little bit of cracked black pepper. So I'm not going to add the seasoning directly to the chicken. It's going to go in this base layer, this coating that we're going to put on the chicken before we put it in the actual batter mix. Just make sure that gets evenly mixed in. In this bowl, I've got 200 grams of self-raising flour, to which I'm adding a teaspoon and a half of baking powder. Again, I'm just going to try to get that evenly mixed in by giving it a swirl. And I'm going to add to this slowly some lukewarm water. And I'm going to mix it in there with my hands. Get your hands in, it's fine. Until we get a very, very thick batter mix, a little bit like very, 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 very thick pancake mix. That's the sort of texture we're after. If it's too thin, it will not stick to your chicken, will not coat your chicken properly. Okay. Just gradually add it in bit by bit until you get the right texture. It's easier to add more liquid than it is to remove it. Of course, if you do find you've put too much water in, you can add more flour until you get it right, but this is probably the simplest way to get it right. We're not far off now, it's pretty close I think. So get in there and kind of whisk it with your fingers. It tends to beat out the lumps. We're getting there. Now we've done most of the heavy lifting with our hands. I'm going to go in and finish it off with a whisk now. So you can see how thick it is, and that's about 300 millilitres of water in there. Okay, so you're looking for kind of this thick consistency. Okay, it's got to be quite thick. So we're going to set this aside, let it rest, let the raising ingredients do their business, and we'll prepare the sauce. So for the honey garlic sauce, of course, we've got some garlic. I've got 6 cloves of garlic. You can use less or more according to your taste. What I'm going to do is just give it a good bash. And then finely chop them. Right, to make our honey garlic sauce, I've got about 2 tablespoons of butter in this pan, and I've just added in our finely diced garlic. Going to gently soften the garlic. cook that through gently, ever so gently, to release our garlic flavour. Obviously don't brown the garlic, otherwise you're going to get a charred taste. You just want it to soften ever so gently through. Right, to that I'm going to add 3 to 4 tablespoons of honey. Oh yes. So we're making a kind of garlicky fudge sauce at the moment, but that's nice. But actually, the smell is amazing. And I'm also going to add a tiny little pinch of salt to balance it up. So effectively a salted caramel garlic sauce. And just keep that bubbling away until the garlic is nice and softened and released all the garlicky flavour into the sauce. And there is our sauce. This is a very, very quick recipe, guys. Very easy. Right guys, that's about ready. I'm just going to let that just blip away ever so gently. And now we can fry our chicken. So now the oil is getting hot. A fizzing wooden chopstick is around 180 degrees centigrade, 356 degrees Fahrenheit, which is very good for frying. I'm just going to drop a little bit of this batter in to see what it's going to do. So yes, you want it to immediately bounce up like that. That means we're there. The chicken breasts have gone in, the flour, the plain flour with the seasoning in it, coated it like so, and now we can drop that. Can you see that? I'm going to drop that straight into the batter, like so. Okay, coating it in the gooey batter. This batter is enough to make far more actually. You can save it in the fridge, it'll keep overnight, that's not a problem. So if you want to batter anything the next day, then you can do. It's one of those things where, yeah, I recommend it, but obviously fried food every day is not necessarily good for you. That's my one and only health warning, okay? One and two. As soon as it started to settle on side, turn it over. And what we're going to do is we're going to double fry it, because if we try to do it all in one go, it's going to burn the batter and the inside of the chicken is going to still be raw. Okay, so we're going to give it about 5 minutes, blipping away like this, and then we're going to take them out of the wok, let everything cool down on the outside, and then put them back into hot oil again. And that will do two things. A, it will make sure that the chicken is cooked thoroughly inside without burning the batter. And secondly, the added bonus is, because we're twice frying it, the actual batter is going to be even crisper than if you've done it the one time. Okay, so it's been about 5 minutes now. I'm going to take them out. Cook that. Now, they look good enough to eat, but I assure you, they are not yet. Okay. Right. So we're going to let it rest, and the residual heat is still going to be cooking the chicken as we go, so that's going to help us. Right, time for the second fry. Okay, nice and gentle. Right guys, there we're done. Smells nice. Right, so I'm going to slice this at a slight angle. Check it out. See how juicy that chicken is still. Oh wow, the smells immense. So I'm not cutting it all the way through the bottom because it's connected by the batter at the bottom, so it'll stay in kind of one piece, which is nice. Okay, look at that. Ooh, I'm just going to try it a little bit. Oh my gosh, that is so crispy. Okay, so, carefully. See, get a knife underneath and place it on our bed of steamed rice. I'm garnishing it with a few vegetables. Well, I say a few. I've got some sliced red pepper and some cucumber. Nice. Here comes our honey garlic sauce. Look at that. It's gorgeous. Wow, that is so nice. Check it out, guys. Honey garlic chicken. Ooh, where do we start? Yeah, oh god. I'm so hungry, I don't care I'm on camera. That is really, really nice. The sweetness of the honey blended with the garlic and the crispiness of the batter. Okay. Peppers go well with it as well. I just picked that for the colour, but that's really good. The freshness against the batter is really, really nice. And that, my friends, you can probably hear, is a really, really crispy, crunchy batter. Amazing. Right guys, you've got to make this. Very simple to make. Delicious, impress your friends. It's like one of those restaurant dishes you get. You know, it's a bit special. Right guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, maybe you want to check out one of these other videos. I'll see you in the next one. Take care guys. Bye.